So, with Bumblebee, pretty much being called the greatest Transformer movie of all, well, second if you count the animated film, the best of the live-action Transformer films, I would say that it's safe to say that we're probably going to get more Transformer films in the near future with better quality. And one of those being apparently talked about is an Optimus Prime solo movie. And I would like to see that. Now, keep in mind, as of this recording, I've not seen Bumblebee yet. Don't worry, it's on my radar. After I got my friend Jason Voorhees 2011's okay, that he's like, yes, this is a great Transformers film, go check it out, so I'm gonna see that as soon as possible. But anyway, let's talk about this movie. Let's talk about this possibility. So, like I said, there's been some talk of an Optimus Prime solo movie. And let's just talk about that for a second, of how I would like to see that done. And yeah, the idea I was thinking is like do an origin film. Yes, we've all seen, Optimus going from Orion Pax to Optimus, but I think it's really cool. And now that you've established that, the G1 Transformers look like G1 Transformers, yeah, just keep on with that. Let's have, Travis Knight, just bring him back, do that again, and have him, play up with this universe again. But I think it would be interesting to see more of Cybertron. Now, I don't know how much of Cybertron we see in Bumblebee. We do see a good amount, but I think it would be cool that this way you can actually do a whole Cybertron film. Like, this could be an all Cybertron centric film, and really focus on how this universe fell into war. Now, the big thing with this is that I think what would really benefit for the possibility of an Optimus film, for an Optimus Prime solo film, is that you really do a lot of stuff like IDW and Transformers Prime did, which really was play with the relationship between Prime and Megatron. Prime and Megatron were pretty much like Magneto and Xavier. They were very much like Magneto and Xavier in the beginning. And I'd really like to see them explore that. I'd really think it'd be cool to explore that concept on live action, because, yeah, the best way I think you could do an Optimus movie is to also make it a backdoor Megatron origin film, too. Like, you could really go from the Megatron Origins comic, and really play with the ideas of what that comic had, of that he was this blue-collar, miner, who essentially was like, no, this is bullshit, this Autobot Council is bullshit, fuck them, let's make our own group to, call bullshit out on them. And Orion is very much like, whoa, Megatron, this Megatronus guy is really cool, I'm going to join him, and have this very interesting ideals of how to rule the council would be really cool. I think that would be really an interesting way of really playing with that. And again, like, you have enough source material to really play with that aspect. And yeah, this could be really cool. Like, not only is it make it Orion Pax centric, but like I said, there's so many other characters you could have in here as part of this origin film. Like, definitely you could see the makings of the war between the Autobots and Decepticons. You could even, like, have other characters in here and their little plot lines going through. Now, one thing I would like to see is when Optimus does become Prime, I'd like to see someone be like, no, Orion Pax, the clerk, he's Optimus Prime now? What? I'm sorry, what? So, and yes, that is a little bit from Transformers War Within, and I know, like, initially in that storyline of the one who didn't have much faith in Optimus was Grimlock, but due to this not being the prequel not being a reboot, you can't, and how they use Grimlock in the live action films, unfortunately, you can't really have Grimlock be the one to to second guess Prime every step of the way. What you could do, however, is maybe make someone like Ironhide or another Autobot be the one to question Optimus and be the one to second guess him as the new Prime. I think that would be a cool idea, and I'd say Ironhide because A, this would really show them becoming best of friends, and B, it was kind of done in the earlier comics of the IDW comics. There's what was it? I believe it was the Transformer Spotlight, Ironhide, the Ironhide Spotlight and Transformer Spotlight that really played with that. Ironhide was among the people who was like, yeah, Prime, I don't, can we trust a guy who was not who didn't start out as a soldier? Can we trust him to be our leader? Can that be a thing? So that would be cool. I think, like, Ironhide would be a good substitute for Grimlock in this beginning. I think that would be a good start for this. I think he would be a good substitute for that. And again, really play with Ironhide's friendship with Optimus and how that grew. And again, you can have so many other characters in here and look like they're G1 forms. Like, you can have Ratchet back, you can have Prowl back, you can have so many other characters in here looking like they're G1 selves, even though they fucking died. Thanks a lot, Michael Bay. In here, and have them look as we know them, and have a good storyline behind them. I honestly believe that's a... I honestly believe that could actually work. And again, like, you can again have Starscream, on the Decepticon side, you can have Starscream in here, you can have Shockwave in here. You can have all of these characters in here looking like their G1 selves, and again, give them more story, give them more, story depth without needing human characters. I honestly believe that you can do a Transformers, a Transformers movie without using a single human character in here. I mean, the IDW comics did that for a while, for a long while, and making these characters feel human despite not being human themselves. Yeah, that's how I honestly believe, and again, you don't have to do the war, you can do the beginnings of the war, and Optimus and Megatron at the end of the film, you could have them be the, you could have them starting the Autobots and Decepticon factions, and then the war begins, and Optimus, now fully realized as a Prime, and now really understanding what it means to be a Prime, leading the Autobots into the war. So definitely, I think an Optimus Prime film can work. I know it would be an origin film, but really, that kind of works in this situation. It'd be nice to see some cool setup and see some, like, a lot of these characters done right in here. I'd like to see a lot of these characters done better than better than the shit job Bay did for the past 5 movies. We're now like we're apparently like 1 in 6 or 1 in 5. I don't care. I haven't fucking counted the movies in a while. I just do not care. I do not, except for Bumblebee. That's the only movie I care about right now, and I can't wait to. And I'm really excited to see it. But yeah, it does make me hopeful that for other future Transformer films, and even for other Hasbro films, like I said, there's apparently talk of a Snake Eyes Origins film, which sounds really cool. Although, admittedly, it's probably going to have Snake Eyes talk, which I'm not cool with, but this is before he becomes the Snake Eyes we know and love, so I'll give it a pass, but I'm still not, like, 100% behind it yet. But anyway, yeah. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much my thoughts on a Optimus Prime film. You guys tell me in the comments below. What do you guys think of the idea of Optimus Prime getting a solo film? Are you guys excited? Would you guys be interested? That's a better word, because nothing's been finalized yet. Would you guys be interested in an Optimus Prime solo film? Would you guys, what kind of story would you go with? Would you go with an origin film, or would you have it in the middle of the war and Optimus going on a solo mission? Yeah, really curious to see what you guys have to say about this one. Because again, there's so many I know I said, like, it would be cool to just have an origin story and just have it be set up for this version of the universe. But again, like, I'm down for anything, really. I was just saying, origin story would probably work would probably be the better one, not just for Optimus, but for all the characters, and to get redeemed. But anyway, once again, hope y'all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.